I'm the producer of Plastic China. My name is Ruby Chen. I came from Beijing. Here's the director of Plastic China, Jiulang, and he's also from Beijing. 好，他就是要问说，在拍以前认识这两家人吗？
那肯定不认识。
Yeah, no, he said no. He did not know them prior to the shooting.
也是在拍摄的过程中遇到，然后我们感受到他的故事是我们需要的，所以。
Right. So the director started by wanted to find out why there are plastic waste imported into China for processing and recycling, and so he started to track, who are doing these plastic waste recycling, and then so he actually started the investigation back in 2011, and then he had went to many different provinces and end up choosing this place, which is close to his own hometown. It's in the Shandong province, right? And then the reason he's so interested in these plastic waste recycle issues was because his last film, also a documentary film that he did, was called Beijing Besieged by Waste. So he followed the package of his household garbage and to see where does it end up, to realize that actually outside of the Beijing city, outside of the 6th Ring Road, there's thousands and thousands of garbage landfills and processing facilities, and then because of that documentary film he made, actually that issue got noticed, and the Beijing government actually took action to correct some of those problems. So that gave him confidence that these documentary films can actually make change. So he started shooting after the research, as I mentioned earlier, and then so the shooting itself started 2012, 2012年开始拍，对吧？
对，正式拍摄。
But then during that process, he realized that these two families, their life is just like many other families' life in that town, where that town have 5,000 workshops similar to the ones we see in the film. And so, but then, he realized that the girl and her father and the minority family, they have a story there that it's really for him, he really wanted to find out more about it. Yeah. 问题是关于说他们这两家人是不是在开始的时候就想被你拍摄？
一开始肯定是不愿意被拍摄，但是我们要需要非常耐心地向他阐释我们是谁，我们要做什么，以及跟他之间的关系，这需要很长的时间去沟通的。
No, of course, at the beginning, they weren't sure who we are, what we were trying to do, and so on. So it took him a long time to build a trust. So to let them know who he is, what he is trying to do, how this will be, used, etc. And then he took a long time to build that trust base with the two families. And so you can see in the film that they talk to him. The kids even call him uncle, which in the Chinese culture, that's quite normal. If you have someone elder and like a family friend, you call him uncle. So you can see that naturally, in the film, that the kids can trust him and really talk to him as if he's part of the family member. So while at the beginning they did not know what this is about, but gradually they trust him, so he can just let the camera on and start, observing what is happening. He had shot hundreds of hours, so at the end we just kind of like let go the scientific bit of the industry problem, whose fault this is. We just decide to go for a human story. We focus on these two families, their relationship, their living, and then their eagerness to make a better living by doing these very dirty and toxic job. 比如说，我们希望通过这个片子表达什么？你要讲还是我讲？
其实我想，更多的是让更多的人第一是看到我们这个电影，看到我们电影里发生的故事，总之是增进就是他们与我们之间的理解。
as we mentioned earlier, that we choose to focus on the human story of this huge, complicated issue. Because we think, under the current globalized situation, and everybody is very much economic driven, profit driven. So trying to basically, tell people what is not right, maybe it's not useful. And so the film took a very human touch and wanted the audience, after they watched this, they felt, it's like you see your family, your neighbors who are going through these tough situation. And so really it's trying to call for the empathy of everybody and trying to look at the issue, because this is not any single issue. It's not just the government. It's not just the manufacturer. It's not just those business people who imported those wastes. It's a global issue, because we are so used to the convenient plastic containers, be it for food or for water. We are so used to those disposable stuffs, then we took it for granted. And that's the key message here really is for everyone on this planet, whoever have a chance to watch this film, to reflect on what is there that we can do as an individual consumer to reduce these toxic situation happening